With so many complicated property investment strategies out there, I like to keep it simple without the BS. My very simple question to you as property investors is, what's your lane? And today I'm going to try and explain exactly what I mean. My name is Monty Nawaz and my channel is Agent M London. Today we're coming to you from my home, and the reason for that is I just want you guys to get a little bit more personalized and familiar with me, and likewise me connecting with you guys as well. If you're new to the channel, I would highly recommend that you watch the last few videos to really get up to speed and be part of this property journey for you guys in terms of education and really understanding the ins and outs of property investment. So with that said, let's get into this short educational course where we're going to have some questions and I'll be giving you some answers. Are you a rental investor or buy-to-let? Are you an overseas investor or a homeowner? Cash buyer or do you need a mortgage? Flipper or doer-upper? Developer or house builder? Is your strategy long-term or short-term? Are you looking for rental yields or capital appreciation? These are just some of the questions that I ask my clients. It's amazing how many people get bamboozled when I ask these simple questions. These include regular people, lawyers, doctors, accountants, engineers, students, and what really bamboozles me is when a hotelier or a developer that's not from the UK asks me some of the most basic questions and I help try and educate them. With so many videos and property gurus out there, I like to keep it simple and stay in my property lane, which I'll share with you a little bit later. Have you started investing in property and what did you buy? Either you bought a house or an apartment. And either you bought it cash or with leverage, which is a mortgage. This is what most investors or buyers will be investing in. So don't get confused, don't get ahead of yourself, and stick within this property lane. How do you identify your property lane? Well, I can start by telling you some of the lanes that most of you are not in. So commercial property, I would say, is for the more advanced. You're not hoteliers, you're not into student accommodation, and you may or not be into large commercial spaces, which could be factories, warehouses, and so on. So let's focus on houses and buy-to-let properties. Houses are always freehold, and most often they're purchased by families that are owner-occupiers. Now, this is my property lane, and what I always do is I acquire rundown houses. I then create value, turn them around, create a beautiful family home, and then sell them on the open market to low supply, high demand families that are looking for good quality homes. That's my property lane in a nutshell. And if anybody else offers me anything outside of these parameters, and the answer for me is no, thank you. Let me give you an example. This is a house that we purchased in 2019 for £570,000. We got planning permission to create a loft and also did a ground floor extension with a full internal refurbishment, and acquired for 570,000. We sold it for £1 million, making a healthy profit. Buy-to-let investors, these are investors that will usually be looking at getting a buy-to-let mortgage. That's key. And then what you're going to be looking to acquire is apartments. And these apartments can be in various styles of buildings. Either they're going to be in a new development, which has been fully developed by an established developer, or it could be an apartment within a house. So sometimes you get a house with maybe 2 or 3 flats, and you may decide to buy one of those flats in the center of town, or depending on where you are. These would usually be a good rental investment. Understanding yields and capital appreciation, that's really important. Typically, investors that I work with, which are from Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, that invest in central London property, they would look to have a gross rental yield of about 5%. And it's very easy to calculate how that gross yield works. My simple formula has always been, if you buy for £400,000, that means that I would look to rent for £400 per week. So it's £400,000 versus £400 per week. If I was to buy for £500,000, it would be £500 per week. If I was to buy for £800,000, it would be £800 a week. It's a very, very simple formula. And by using that formula, we get a gross rental yield of 5.2% per year. Capital appreciation, once again, let's keep it simple. Historically, the rule of thumb is that property prices will increase double every 10 years. In saying that, there are some great opportunities out there where you can increase profits within the matter of months, years. And the increase that we are looking at is possibly 20, 30%, depending on the type of properties that you buy and the potential value that you can actually create. These properties have to be in investment hotspots, which are usually international cities of the world. I personally am very well placed being in London, and this is my hometown. I know it intimately, and there's plenty of opportunities in London. So in a nutshell, what is capital appreciation? It's very simple. You're buying a property for £500,000, and in 10 years' time, it will double to become £1 million. That means your property has appreciated in value, and that is capital appreciation. So what are some of the other factors that can help expedite capital appreciation? Regeneration is key. Regentrification, with new people moving into a location, is key. New businesses opening up because of those people and the regeneration is key. New offices means new employees. New employees means they need a place to stay. Some of those buyers will be tenants for your buy-to-let strategy, and some of those buyers will be homeowners looking for family homes, which is another one of your winning strategies. So as long as you stick within these parameters, you won't go wrong. Property hotspot example, and please do your own research on this location. Walthamstow, London, E17. Look at this property in 2017. It was acquired for £620,000. 8 months later, after value add, which was the creation of a loft and a extension and a full internal refurbishment, money in the bank, how much was it sold for? 1.25 million. That's in 8 months. So this is my winning strategy, and I'm very comfortable in just following this strategy that works for me. Some of my investors and some of my viewers ask me on a regular basis, how do you get such below market value opportunities? And my very simple answer to you guys, if you're looking for similar opportunities, there's multiple ways that you personally can find them. And I'll be sharing some of my secrets over the course of the next few videos, but I'm going to give you a few of those secrets right now. And I often see videos on YouTube and courses being advertised on how to get below market value. And I'm going to tell you straight, over 25 years, and I've worked in central London with offices in Singapore and Malaysia with some of the most high net worth property players, developers, landlords, and there is no such thing as below market value lists. It just does not exist. This is what I call deal packaging by property gurus to get you to buy into their courses, which I highly discourage you guys from doing. And all of the information that you need is on YouTube for free. And with the videos that I'm going to be doing now, I would strongly recommend that you start following this channel and hopefully be part of this journey. What there is sometimes are opportunities where one needs to transact fast, which needs to be cash in order to secure some really good deals. Number one, Rightmove, Zoopla. Look at the property portals. Start to identify properties. Point number two, Get familiar with your local agents, and you can start phoning and registering with your local agents. But as part of your strategy, and what I highly recommend, is that you physically go and see your local agents as well. And it's only when you have a meeting with the agents that you can really connect. Build a relationship with your local agents. Let them know that you are a hot buyer. And as soon as something new comes onto the market, I guarantee if you're ready, you'll be one of the first people that they'll give you a call. Point number 3, have your finance solution ready. And for those of you that are looking for a mortgage, I would strongly recommend that you have your finance approved. And for those of you that are buying cash, I would recommend that you let the local agents know that, because then they will classify you as a hot buyer a lot faster than somebody that needs to get a mortgage. So hopefully that gives you an idea of some of the property lanes and helps you identify where you are in your property investment journey. And as long as you identify and stick to your property lane, your knowledge will only increase, and hopefully your profits too. I'm going to be sharing some more videos about property investment in general, and we're going to look at some of the yields, some of the prices, some of the locations, and it's going to be more information and more education for you guys, the viewers. That's it, guys, and I'm going to use a word that I used at the start of this video, which is, I hope I haven't bamboozled you. I like to keep this simple, and as part of this channel, we're going to be learning lots more along the journey. So make sure you subscribe, like, and if you have any comments or questions, please just write them in, and I'll try and answer them as quickly and as best as possible. Until the next video, hopefully I'll see you soon. Subscribe, take care. Agent M out.